Shrek 5 hasn't even been released yet, and it's already turned the internet upside down. And it's not because of the trending memes or Zendaya's presence in the cast. The first teaser caused a tsunami of criticism and outrage from fans, as well as the emergence of plot theories. In general, we have a lot to discuss, so get comfortable, because it will be interesting, as always. The recent announcement of the fifth part of Shrek caused a wave of discussions on the internet, especially among fans who were eagerly awaiting the return of their favorite characters. However, it didn't turn out as joyful as many imagined. The authors immediately got into trouble for the quality of the animation, because it became more cartoonish, which is why many started talking about the dystification of the franchise. DreamWorks seemed to have forgotten about the nature of the previous parts and adapted everything to the realities of the animation industry. This makes the teaser look, to put it mildly, strange. The creators of the film decided to update the appearance of the characters, which was a surprise for many viewers. The new character designs have caused mixed reactions. Some fans appreciated the changes, noting that the characters now look more modern. However, most expressed dissatisfaction, believing the new images had lost their original charm and uniqueness. The teaser shows that the facial features of the characters have become more realistic and expressive. Internet experts even specified what cosmetic procedures were done to the characters to change their appearance. Of course, the animation industry has advanced significantly in recent years, so from this point of view, the creators of Shrek 5 can understand why they decided to take advantage of the new opportunities. On paper, everything looks good, because the skin texture of the characters has been improved, more realistic lighting and shadows have been introduced, and the animation of movements has been smoother. However, in reality, such changes are not always perceived unambiguously. The overall level of graphics looks worse, the characters look soapy, and even Shrek's vest has lost detail. The creators explained that such changes were necessary so that the characters would better fit into modern animation standards and look more natural in new scenes. However, fans believe that the new designs are too different from the original and disrupt the perception and nostalgic connection with the characters. Even the official Sonic account got involved in the discussion, posting a message on its social networks on the occasion of the teaser's release. Having posted a comparison of the two versions of the Blue Hedgehog from the first film, colleagues in the industry added a caption for all green hoggers who need advice. Let's recall that the first part of Sonic in the cinema was subjected to maximum criticism for the visual image of the main character of the franchise. In the first teaser, the creators tried to make him more realistic but gave him two human facial features. Naturally, this was different from Sonic's traditional appearance in the games. And fans did not appreciate this move and actively expressed their indignation. As a result, the authors had to completely redesign the character, returning him to a more familiar image. This comeback turned out to be a win-win because the franchise still feels great on the big screen and is preparing to shoot new spin-offs. With his post, Sonic subtly hints that DreamWorks needs to return to the original design to avoid the wrath of fans. The creators of Sonic managed to regain the trust of their audience by reworking the hero's design. Now it's the turn of the Shrek creators to listen to fans so as not to go down the slippery slope of trends. Given the wave of indignation, one of the film's co-directors hastened to explain that the teaser for the fifth part was initially planned for December of this year. However, the leak about Zendaya's participation in the project forced the studio to release it almost a year ahead of schedule. That is why the teaser has such questionable graphics quality. The authors did not have time to finalize it and do everything they planned. It sounds like a quick excuse, of course, but on the other hand, what was the solution? Admitting that they screwed up with the graphics would have been much worse. And keeping the trailer until December, when its contents leaked online, would also have been wrong. In any case, the production team has now received a scolding from fans, and they will have to do a lot of work to improve the quality of the animation. Let's remember that the release of Shrek 5 is scheduled for December 26th, meaning the studio has almost 2 more years to get everything right and not fail. Let's hope that they will adequately accept the portion of criticism and will be able to turn it in the right direction. However, the animation and visual component are not all that are currently raising questions. Shrek's daughter, who is voiced by Zendaya in the original, also got into trouble. Internet detectives came to unexpected conclusions after the release of the teaser, which you have probably heard about. I don't want to delve into this controversial topic, but we will note that for now, these are just guesses that may not be confirmed. Although the authors of Shrek have already gotten into trouble for this. By the way, the actress's participation in the fifth part was a surprise for many. since nothing was previously known about her appearance. It is expected that her character Felicia will become an important part of the plot, adding new dynamics to the relationship between Shrek and Fiona's family. In the teaser, it is clear that she has inherited not only the external features of her parents but also charisma and a sense of humor. The filmmakers emphasize that the introduction of a new character is not just a way to refresh the franchise and explore new themes, such as parenthood and growing up. It will add a new dimension to a story that has always been known for its humor and satire. Fans have already begun actively discussing how Shrek's daughter fits into the established world. Most assume that she can become a link between old and new characters, as well as open the door for further development of the franchise. Overall, Zendaya's participation in the voice acting is positive news. The actress is in demand now, and 2026 can generally be called the year of Zendaya. Judge for yourself what high-profile projects with her participation are planned for release during this period. Nolan's Odyssey, Spider-Man 4, Dune, Messiah, a new season of Euphoria, and now Shrek 5. Although we did not even notice her participation in the last project in the dubbing, the actress will certainly shine at the premiere, attracting a young audience. Despite the existing disagreements, there is other good news. After all, Shrek is one of the most popular and beloved franchises of our time, which is not afraid to ridicule trends and use current jokes. For example, the teaser used a viral dance filter, the author of which is Maxim Kuzlin from Krasnoyarsk. It became known that representatives of the DreamWorks studio even contacted him to get permission to use his filter. According to the author, he created it for the sake of a joke and did not expect that it would become so popular and get into the Hollywood franchise. And it sounds like a small thing, but it's still nice. In addition, insiders report that an old friend will return to the fifth part. Lord Farquaad will again become part of the franchise in the new film. The information has not yet been officially confirmed, but actor John Lithgow, who voices the character, has previously stated his desire to return to the role. Therefore, we are waiting for his appearance and how he will be written into the plot, although there is already a whole theory about his role with a bunch of arguments. The release teaser supports the popular version of the plot of the film and Shrek's past, showing the Ograf family hints that the fifth part will focus on this aspect of the story. Shrek 3 first touched on the theme of family when it became known that Fiona was pregnant. A little later, the fourth part revolved around Shrek's desire to have more time after being overwhelmed by his fatherly duties. However, neither part was a full-fledged family story, instead focusing on the protagonist's internal struggle. With Zendaya's Felicia, Shrek 5 will focus on the ogre family, thus supporting the most popular theory about the film's plot. The thing is, there has been a script floating around the web for a long time that suggests that the fifth film will tell Shrek's backstory. It will explain what happened to his parents and reveal his relationship with them. This version suggests that Shrek's parents will be the same as he was at the beginning of the saga. That is, they will be ogres who hate humans and do not want to communicate with any other creatures. Shrek's parents will be happy to know that their son now has a family, but will be outraged when they learn that he has become softer, kinder, and has made friends. This will create a plot conflict that will play a crucial role in Felicia. Also, the biggest mystery of the franchise is what happened to the other ogres. Since the first film, Shrek has been the only ogre in this world because Fiona was turned into an ogre. His family has not appeared in any of the films, and the only mention was when Shrek revealed that his father tried to eat him when he was little. We also know that he began living alone in the swamp at a young age, although the reason for this is never stated. However, in the alternate timeline of the fourth film, there were many ogres. This is a timeline in which Shrek was never born, which supports the theory that he was the only ogre to survive their mass persecution in his world. This also explains the return of Lord Farquaad, who is most likely behind this. When Shrek returns to his timeline, the ogres are nowhere to be seen, and although they appear in a musical sequence at the very end of the film, they are not considered canon. The fifth installment is going to finally tell what happened to the ogres and where his parents are, especially since it will be dedicated to family. We can expect a resolution to this conflict, and for the protagonist finding his lost family and inner peace. For now, this is just a theory, which will be clarified after the release of the plot teaser. And given the criticism that has already been leveled at its creation, they will now approach it with the utmost scrupulousness. In any case, we are eagerly awaiting the release of the fifth part, despite all the disagreements. We are promised that Shrek 5 will retain the spirit of the original parts, but at the same time will offer a fresh look at our favorite characters. It is too early to conclude the final quality of the project, but the authors received a great scolding and will probably work on their mistakes. In the meantime, share your impressions of the first teaser and write in the comments whether you are scared for the fifth film or it is too early to panic. That's all for today, friends. See you in new videos very soon.